Hey, what's up guys, Tanner here with another video, and in this one I'm going to explain how to test different dropshipping products for a low cost. So here I go over two different components that I think are the best for testing different products and hope they help you out. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so let's get into this. So usually when I find a product that I think will sell, I test it through influencer marketing, because Facebook ads isn't the best to test your product because it's hard to figure out how to strategize and target the right audience for that product. And if you're testing with many different products, like a product every day, you're not going to be successful targeting the right audience. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I don't have that much experience in Facebook ads, so I don't know that much about it, but maybe some people do and they can test different products all the time. But from what I know, that's just my opinion on it. So there's two main components that I think of when I'm going to test a product on Instagram. First off, the ad content you're using to promote your new product, and two, the pages you're targeting to sell that product on. So those two main things are really what matters most when testing a new product, because you may have a product that sells good, you may have one that's a dud and doesn't sell anything. So the way you test that is you have to split between different types of content and different kinds of pages. Because if you're only using one certain ad, picture, and description and only targeting on one page, then you may not know if it's going to sell because you may not get any sales from that page. But maybe you post that same exact ad on a different page and you get 20 orders. It all depends on the ad content and what page you're posting on. So when you're testing a new product, you don't want to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on testing that product through influencer marketing. So what you need to do is target smaller pages. So for me, I target pages that are about 8 million followers or more. But for $50, you can get even a couple hours on a 1 million page or 2 million page or lower. I mean, but it also depends on activity. I think I went over that in a previous video on how to find the right influencers. But the engagement is really what matters most, and you can negotiate with people a ton. So I'll make a video on that next, on how to negotiate with influencers. But just off the top of my head, I can actually think of some influencers right now that are for $40 that you can target them on a 1 point something million page and test to see if you get results or not. And like I said, you don't want to be focusing only on one page. So I would say if you put up $100, you could split it up to about maybe even 5 pages that are under 1 million followers, and to see if they work for you. Some might get you orders, some may not. Maybe you don't get any orders at all just because of the ad content or the product. Usually if you don't get any sales at all and you're spending money on ads, it's because of the ad content. The ad content is what matters most. It's what people see. The audience from those influencers pages see that ad, and if it's not visually appealing and makes them want to look more at the product, then you're doing something wrong and you're wasting your money. So ad content is the biggest thing when it comes to promoting on influencers, because if it's not something that's relative to the audience or something that you think people will like, then it's not going to sell. So if you just have a bland ad, like just a picture of the product and the description say, buy here with your website, that's not going to sell. You need to make something that's relative to the audience and that they want to see. You think they'll click on it because they like the text that it has on there, because they think it's funny or anything like that, you know. Just you want to relate with people and make them feel like, oh, I need this, or I like this, or oh, my friend needs this, so I'm going to tag them in the comments. You want to make people think, because if you just post a boring picture or something that just says the price on it, then people are just going to scroll by it and your money's wasted. That's a potential customer that you just lost because of your ad content. So there's always going to be ways to test your different products every day, even if you want to, and you will need a little bit of startup money to do that, $100 or so. But if you have one store that's selling all right and you're making money, then you're going to be able to spend that money and reinvest it and then test more and more products. So for me, I reinvest everything I make. Just reinvest so I can make more and more money, and that's how it goes. And that's what you should do too, because if you want to make more money, you got to spend more money. That's just how it goes. So like I said, create different types of ads. I would say 2 to 3 different ads, different descriptions, you know, testing the different ad content and testing with the different pages. I would say maybe 5 to 10 pages for one product, depending on how much money you have to test with. And from there, you should be able to have a good point of view on if the product's good or not. And also, if you don't know how to create an influencer ad, something that will sell, I have a video on that. Check it out. So those are the two main components of when testing with the product. This is a pretty short video, straight and to the point. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment or DM me on Instagram. And that's it for this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.